Hey everyone, welcome back to the Christmas episode of Tired Old Queen at the Movies. We'd like to wish everybody a happy holidays. Hope you're spending it with friends and family. We want everybody to be safe and have a great time. Now let's go see the Tired Old Queen at the Movies.
Merry Christmas, Johnny! Woo!
Oh, Tired Old Queen at the Movies!
No, Johnny! Merry Christmas! I thought this year we would do a traditional Warner Brothers Christmas, and so I have chosen Barbara Stanwyck and Sydney Greenstreet and Dennis Morgan and Peter Godfrey's Christmas in Connecticut. Now, in the late 30s, early 40s, Barbara Stanwyck signed a non-exclusive deal with Warner Brothers, and she made some really interesting movies there. She did My Reputation, which was sort of a Bette Davis movie that, Betty didn't want, she got. She did a movie called The Gay Sisters.
Complicated. Oh, don't make me laugh. It's so complicated now it looks like a dish of spaghetti.
After Double Indemnity, she was being cast as a murderess in every movie that she did, and as you have seen with Lady Eve and with Ball of Fire, Barbara Stanwyck was great in comedy.
Oh, some people say yes and some people say no.
But what do you say?
I'm inclined to agree with them.
Oh, thank you very much.
So they tossed her this one, and she jumped at the chance. She got to play a romantic heroine and do a kind of a light Christmas movie. She plays, as always, a career woman. She's a woman who writes a cooking article for a famous magazine, and she's a hit all over the country. It's during the war. And unfortunately, she can't cook. She always writes that she lives on a farm and she has a small baby in her articles, and then she gives all these recipes, and she, it would be the equivalent, she's the equivalent of today's cooking shows, where they come on and do it, except she doesn't do it, she writes about it.
We just stopped to go into my gleaming kitchen to test the crumbly brown goodness of the toasted veal cutlets a la Connecticut in my oven.
And there's this sailor, Dennis Morgan, who's been on a raft for 15 days after his battleship got torpedoed, and his girlfriend writes to the editor of this magazine that Stanwyck works for and says he needs a real Christmas. So Sydney Greenstreet, who's her boss, comes to Stanwyck and says, "Well, Miss Lane, I'd like you to put up this sailor for the Christmas holidays. It'd be a wonderful thing to do. Give him a home Christmas, a home-cooked meal, and of course, I'll come myself." Well, Stanwyck has no husband, no baby, no farm, and she can't cook. And there's the setup. Now, her helper in this movie, oh my God, is S.Z. Cuddles Sakall, who was this Austrian actor who was famous. He was nothing but jowls and this bespeckle, and he always fractured the English language. He was always saying things like, "It's hunky dinky, donkey donkey."
It's okay. Licht.
What's the matter?
That's cold. What's the meaning?
Oh, don't worry. I'm paying for it myself.
He was Hungarian. He is adorable. He's the chef who cooks for her all the time. So she takes him up to this house, and they try to fake it.
I'll show you how to flip-flop the flop flips. Ho, ho, la, la, hop. Hop. You see, it's easy.
Reginald Gardner is this guy who's been putting the moves on her, and he actually owns a farm in Connecticut. So she agrees to marry him so that she can get away with this whole thing, and they bring this sailor up. The sailor and her naturally have this immediate attraction, and it's just one situation after another as to how she's going to end up getting rid of Reginald Gardner and ending up with Dennis Morgan.
Hold my lucky star, the wish that I made, and every time so far she's come to my aid.
And it's very romantic, and Stanwyck had these Edith Head dresses on, and she looks great, and she's funny as heck.
What's that?
The baby, of course.
Baby's so weak.
He woke up rather early. Must be time for something.
He says, "Oh, I'd love to see your baby." And Stanwyck freaks out. She walks in, and there's the baby, and she goes, "Oh, okay." And he says,
He's a cute one.
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name? Robert. Robert.
Oh, that's a nice name.
and she goes, "Well, can I bathe it?"
You mean you're gonna let me?
Oh, well, if you're real careful.
Oh, sure.
She's never bathed the baby. She doesn't even know how to. He puts it in. He looks at it, and he goes, "What did you say its name was?" And they both look at it in the top. Roberta. It's Roberta. They didn't even know. The movie is romantic. It's shot, of course, all in the studio. It has terrific sets. has a real lovely little Christmas spirit to it. And I think it's the perfect way to welcome in the holiday season.
What a Christmas. What a Christmas.
I wanted to share this story with you. I wrote to Stanwyck in the 80s, just after she got the Life Achievement Award, and I sent her this 4-page letter. And I said, I would love it if you would autograph this picture. And it was from Christmas in Connecticut. And she sent it back to me, autographed. And then because I'd written such a long letter to her, she sent me a recent picture of herself underneath, also autographed. She was a classy lady, and I just loved her. From all of us at Steve Hayes' Tired Old Queen at the Movies to you, happy holidays. And here's Barbara Stanwyck, Dennis Morgan, Sydney Greenstreet, and Cuddles, Sakall, okie dokie dokie, in Christmas in Connecticut.
Let's all go to the lobby.
The fireplace is lit in the studio. It's everything you ever dreamed that Christmas could be and wasn't in your own house. However, that's why I went to Warner Brothers every Christmas.
The popcorn can't be beat.